I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. So I started the session by first of all saying I am not attacking very dark man, but there's something I made in my video. If you make, he said that, let me start from there. That Daddy Freeze, you are claiming that you will sue. I never said I will sue you. Listen carefully. I said people will sue. And let me tell you something here. Let me tell you how funny it is here. When you make a claim about someone, for instance, if I say Samaria is a thief, Samaria does not have to prove that she's not a thief. I have to, the onus is on me to prove that she's a thief. And if in any way in court, I can prove that your comment led to me losing revenue, then I have basis for a defamation suit. And I also have basis to make money off you. So you saying I got paid for something I did not get paid for. Let me tell you about my story with my livelihood. I met my livelihood way back in 2016. I'd known him before, but we met properly. We had a meeting in 2016 and he showed me his watches. And I wanted to buy. I was interested in patronizing him, but as of that time, I didn't have the funds. So we got talking, we kept it 100%. Now, when I wanted to have a diamond watch, a diamond encrusted watch. I wanted to also go down that route. I've been trying it for a while now, and here's why. When they set watch diamonds for you from the factory, they don't do what you call snow setting or flower setting. They just set one diamond here, one here, one here. So there will always be space in between. And I didn't like it. I preferred the aftermarket settings. And what is it called? My livelihood showed me some of his work. And I was like, whoa, this is nice. But I have a problem with aftermarket diamond settings. Because they are drilling the case of the watch to put the prongs for the diamonds, sometimes they drill holes into the case so the watch is no longer waterproof or water resistant. So you can't swim with it or shower with it. And me, once I wear a watch like this, until the day I'm ready to come out, it go dey my hand, I dey swim with them, bath with them, everything. So I was talking to all the aftermarket diamond boys, the ones in the UK, none of them could give me a guarantee that they will do a watch for me and it will be water resistant. So I talked to my livelihood. I said, my livelihood, my problem is I want to be able to still swim with my watch. I want to still be able to shower with my watch. I'm going to go and put the watch underwater so you guys can understand. Watch this. I hope you guys can see my sink here. You can see the watch is underwater. See. I swim with it. I bathe with it. You can see the watch is wet. I just ran it under the tap. So I reached out to my livelihood and I said, Ma, can you do me a watch that somebody say I still dey vex? To you, I will not respond. I will just rapture you. Jadano lori life mi le ribu. Boom. It's as easy as that. I know the vex. So I dey explain to you. In fact, I will lock comment section if people talk nonsense. Big Spence says, nothing concerns me with watch business. I have always said it, but if it works for you, do you. This is not if it works for you. You see the difference between me and you is I'm going to show you facts. But I'm going to first of all tell you the story of how we got there and how I did my watch with my livelihood. So my livelihood agreed to do a watch for me that would be water resistant, but it required 2 extra months of work. I talked to my livelihood in January. I was supposed to get the watch, I think in May. I didn't get the watch till September because they now had to be sure As they were drilling the hole for each diamond, they had to make sure that the hole was not too deep, so it doesn't puncture the case. Then it doesn't, it is now no longer water resistant. And if it is too shallow, the diamond will fall off. So imagine setting hundreds of diamonds one by one, making sure that each of them did not drill the case too deep so that the water resistance is retained. None of the American and UK diamond watch dealers could promise me that. And my boy, my livelihood, did it. So when you're going, so that is why I said, you know what, bro, I like what you're doing. You're going into an industry that is dominated by Jews and Arabs, and then you are this good at it, I will give you promo. So there are two ways you support your friends when they are doing business. One, you patronize them. Two, you talk about them. PT come my house for London. As he come, he sit down with a gist. I come out the watch, I give him. I say, Baba, check this watch. PT said the diamond settings are flawless. In wear and for hands, I think I even did a video. My livelihood does not even know. Because that is the only way you support your friends. You patronize them and you talk about them. He has a business he's doing. Let me tell you something. There is no Nigerian that is dragging the market with these Jews and these Arabs when it comes to diamond encrusting. Somebody say, make I wear watch, can't they pay house rent? I will pin your comment just to show you how dumb you are. Now let me give you a scenario. Let's talk numbers. All of you bring out your calculators. Bring out your calculators. Bring out your calculators. You see, there's something I teach in my church. I said, the scope of your understanding is directly proportional to the limits of your exposure. The scope of your understanding is directly proportional to the limits of your exposure. Work with me now. Everybody, all of you, there are 2,400 people watching me on Instagram, 940 on Facebook, 196 on YouTube, and 266 on TikTok. All of you bring out your calculators. Let us play a numbers game. I'm going to give you 1 minute to bring out your calculators. This guy said, for in mind, he thinks it makes sense. So make I dey wear watch, can't they pay house rent, abi? I'm going to give you calculations today that will blow your mind. In 2012, I bought my house. House cost about 45 million in 2012. Dollar in 2012. Let's do the math. Dollar in 2012 was 175, 2013. Dollar was 175 naira to a dollar. So let's do 45 million. 45 million divided by 175. So my house cost me about $257,000. Right? In that same 2013, I went to Dubai for the first time in my life. And I met a guy in the Richard Mille store called Mohammed. I don't know if he still works there. And we got talking. And he gave me the option of buying the Richard Mille RM11 Grosjean Felipe Massa Lotus Edition. It was going for $185,000. Keep all these figures at the back of your mind, though. My house cost $257,000 if I changed the naira to dollars in 2013. I need another phone. We can go look for it because I dey work numbers. We are working numbers today. Now me go teach you now. I dey come and dey go bring another phone. Hey, I hope this boss charge this phone. Hey, this boss don't charge the phone. No. Hey, phone don't die. Okay, so let us shall work. Somebody work with me. Eh? Samaria, do you have calculator? I need somebody to just work with me to calculate these figures. So let's remember the baseline, LCM. Now dollar we dey use do LCM because everything you use in Nigeria is brought in on the dollar, down to your toothpicks. Hello? Nigeria does not produce anything. Even the Innoson motors, most of their parts are still imported. We don't manufacture anything in Nigeria. So all of you saying, why are we using dollar? Dollar is the baseline. Dollar is the LCM. We are not in China where we're not in China where they manufacture things. We live in a country where we don't manufacture anything. Let's work. So I bought my house for $257,000 in 2013, Naira equivalent. That time Naira was strong. With the MC work that year, I dey charge 1.5 million naira and I dey do 2 gigs a month. So Naira was so strong back then because I didn't think about them that there were times when we're earning $10,000, $20,000 a month, $30,000 because dollar was really nothing. $10,000 was 1.7 million. At 175, $20,000 was 3 point something million. There were people doing 20 million in my industry back then in a month, 10 million, 5 million. The Naira was sweet against the dollar. So work with me. So I just block all those who they talk nonsense. No insult am. No insult very dark black man. Na session we dey get. So that same year, in 2013, I went to Dubai and I was given the offer to buy a Richard Mille Grosjean Lotus Edition RM11 for $185,000. So if you remove $185,000 from 257, which my house cost, because I didn't want to buy the watch. You know why? Because I was buying a house and I told him, I said, bro, I wish I could buy this watch, but I'm paying for my house. That's why I didn't buy the watch. So this is a true life story. It happened to me and I'm sharing my experience. So we are left with $72,000. In that same 2013, I bought from Polo the rose gold Daytona for $24,000. So out of $72,000, we minus $24,000. We are left with $48,000. That year, I remember a friend of mine buying a rose gold day date for $48,000. In fact, I have a rose gold day date, but I bought it later, but it was going for $48,000 thereabout. So my house, what I used to buy my house, would have bought me these 3 watches: the RM, the Daytona rose gold chocolate dial, and a day date. That's the called Rolex President. Today, how much is my house worth? From 45 million. You know how much my house is worth? 150, 160 million. Maybe 180 million if I stretch it. I'll be lucky to get 180 million. It looks like it appreciated from 45 million. Right? Now, let us look at those watches that the one I bought and the one I almost bought. What is the value today? The Richard Mille Grosjean is currently, it has fallen, is currently going for $370,000. I dare you to go on every watch website, look for one that has papers and look for one that has box, or else it could be a stolen watch. Look for the one that has papers and box. You will never get it less than $370,000 second hand. So I would have won that watch for 10 years and double the value. So let's work. So all of a sudden now, the watch that was worth $185,000, which they were begging me to buy, which I said no, I'll not buy because I was buying a house, is now worth $370,000. Check it out. Facts. Go to Chrono24 and look this up. My rose gold Daytona is currently worth about 50K. If it's one in a pristine, remember I bought it 24K, so it has also doubled in dollars, plus 50K. While the president, the Rolex, the rose golds don't really appreciate, they just held the value, so you can get them for around that same $48,000 plus $48,000. The total I will have made from my watches, if I bought those watches and I'll sell them now, is $468,000, which is almost half $500 million. 468,000 times 1,100, which is what they are changing dollar for today, is 514 million naira, more than $500 million. Dollar today is 1,100. So this, and some people will say, if you want to sell watches, not easy. Go to preownedwatches.com. My friend Randa runs that Instagram account. Her watches go in less than a week, 2 weeks. Boom, boom, boom. As long as it is Cartier, Patek, or Rolex, it will go within 2 weeks. So, if I had rented a house instead of buying, so how much is rent in my estate now? Is about 5 million, 7 million. But as of 2013, it was, say, about 3 million. So let's say in 5 years, I spent 50 million renting. I want to ask you, am I in profit on the house or in profit on the watches? If I sold those watches today, and if I sell my house today, someone says, but a watch can easily be stolen or even lost. I've had my watches for 20 years. I've never lost, or none has ever gotten stolen. I'm not saying it's not a possibility, but VDM also mentioned AY's house that got burnt. Houses get burnt. Houses collapse. Government will come and demolish houses, actresses. So in Nigeria, houses not even abroad. Houses are medium risk investments. In Nigeria, houses are high risk investments. Let me tell you Taste Bud's story. She bought a property in Port Harcourt. They are dragging the property with her. Property that is in her name. You've not seen house wahala before. As far as I'm concerned, you say watch can be stolen. I agree. It is still safer than house. You've never entered house problem before. Someone say when you buy in legit places, the people that bought, they bought from real estate district contractors. There is a property opposite my property in Lekki. They say the person will get the property buried 3 people inside that property so that the owner of the land no go know. So ghosts, they worry the people where they stay that property. You see, my problem with you people is you don't open your mind to possibilities. The people that are telling you buy house are real estate agents. Let me tell you for free. Let me tell you for free. In Nigeria, hedging your money on a property in Nigeria is risky. You go just wake up one morning, dollar na 1,300 naira. What is Nigeria doing to back up that your house where you buy inside their currency? What are they using to hold it? Naira? Someone say, I go real. Now, people, when they talk, do you know the level people go? You see, you tell you legit, legit, legit. All the people dragging themselves up and down over house matter. Tasteboards bought land in Ikorodu. Like 50 plots. About one day I go there, say, make I even go check the land. They show me knife. They say, if I not come out for here, they go give me. So, you people, I'm not saying buying houses are not good or buying houses are not an investment, but you need to start seeing the bigger picture. Let me tell you, my Mercedes appreciated more than my house because the Mercedes is hedged on $1. Now, if you tell me house in the UK or house in the US or a watch, I will tell you buy the house in the UK or buy the house in the US. But I also tell you divide the money in two. Let me give you an example. There is a Patek Philippe Tiffany edition Nautilus that what was this blonde singer that sang with Burna Boy. Ed Sheeran. What's the name of? Yeah, Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran bought a watch for $55,000. Patek Philippe Nautilus Tiffany edition. Check me out. You'll be on the waiting list for this watch for about 5 years. You might not get it. You have to be a Patek customer to get it. Do you know how much that watch is worth on the second-hand market? Take a wild guess. Do you know how much this $55,000 stainless steel watch is worth on the second-hand market? Take a wild guess. This watch cost $55,000 brand new. Take a wild guess. How much? Just mention. I want to see your comments in the comment section. How much is this watch worth today after he has worn it? How much is this watch worth? I want to see your guesses. Let me see your guesses in the comment section. Watch that somebody bought for $55,000. Let me see. I want to see your guesses. $2.5 million. That's how much that watch is worth secondhand. Something. Look at from $55,000 to $200 and for $2.5 million from $55,000. Check it out. If I had rented a house and bought watches, I would have sold. Let's remove 50 million from the money, the 370 million I'm selling those watches. The 514 million. I'll be left with 450 million. If my house is currently going at 150 million, I will buy 2 houses and a brand new GLE 53 for the same price I used to buy only my house. My problem with you people is you are not seeing the big picture. Listen to this quote. Listen to it and listen to it very well. The scope of your understanding on a subject is directly proportional to the limits of your exposure. The scope of your understanding is proportional to your exposure. Let me tell you a story. You people think houses are valuable. I was talking to PT the other day, and PT was showing me his trainers. He said they were selling some of them. I said, they sell trainers where you don't wear. He said he bought the trainers for $5,000 But because they are limited edition, those trainers are worth £70,000. Some of them are worth £70,000. He showed me a list of all of them. I was like, what? Trainers. Shoe. The problem is you need to know exactly. It doesn't make sense for a house and a watch to be dragging value. It doesn't make sense. But you see, once you start encroaching in the luxury terrain, you will start understanding what I'm telling you. Niche market luxury, I'll give you an example. Do you know there are some people that are on Ferrari queues? That's their job. They are members of the Ferrari club. It's an investment originally. We pay money, join Ferrari club. You always make sure you have a Ferrari. Now, when Ferrari releases their new cars, they offer them to you at cost price. So let's imagine a new Ferrari that is worth £700,000 is offered to you at £350,000 or £400,000. So what you do is you get on the queue. You pay £50,000 and get on the queue. 6 months before they produce, you sell your slot. You just sell it to somebody else. The person will pay you £100,000 to £200,000 for the slot, not the car, the slot, so that they can have the car produced. They will pay you up to $200,000 just to be on that, because they know they can't get it. If they go, for instance, me now, because I'm not a Ferrari customer, if I go to Ferrari, they will require that I buy one first. So they will offer me their entry-level products, which I don't like. So if I like a Ferrari and I want to buy at least one that I would like, I have to go and buy second-hand, because those ones that are premium, they will not sell them to you. So you have to go and buy second-hand, join the Ferrari club. Then you can now qualify to buy brand new. So if I want to buy a Ferrari when 2013, if I want to buy a Ferrari when 2023, if I want to buy a Ferrari in 2027, I'll buy a used one now, so I can register and be part of the program, and then order the one for 2027. It will still take them 3 years to produce it. So when you start entering those markets, a Casio watch is used for telling time. A Patek Philippe is not for telling time. It's an asset. And what you guys don't understand is, and I tell people this all the time, God bless you, Chidi My Cars, CMC. God bless you. I say buy property, but divide your assets. Buy a little bit of property, a little bit of land, a little bit of crypto, a little bit of watches. And when you say buy watches, you see, my problem with Nigerians is, even when you want to do a good thing, you take a primitive mindset to do that good thing. One guy was talking the other day on the internet. He said he walked into a Rolex shop and bought a gold Rolex. And he went back there after a while, and the Rolex had lost its value. They know they buy gold, no get any value for watches. Let me tell you, what matters when it comes to the watch market is how limited the production is. That is why a stainless steel Patek Nautilus is worth 2.5 million, because of how many were produced. Meanwhile, a gold of that same watch is worth about 200k, 10% of the value. Forget diamond. Diamond is not important. When you are buying watches, you are not buying what your mother told you gold is valuable. It doesn't count in watches. Diamond is valuable. It doesn't count in watches. What you are buying is limited edition. You'll be amazed that they are not as expensive. I'll give you an example. Even I found out late. Luckily for me, because I'm a Rolex customer, I can walk into a Rolex dealership and get on the queue for the real Rolex watches. Let me tell you what the real watches are. The Daytona stainless steel, the GMT Master Lefty, the GMT, all the Rolex professional watches. You can never get into a Rolex shop and buy them at official price. You see them double the price. They are not even available. You go to a Rolex shop now, Rolex is sold out. What you'll be seeing is dummies. So you now go to the aftermarket and get the watch for double or triple. If you want to buy a Rolex, go on a queue. Start with, they will not put you on a queue if you are not a customer. So you too have to invest a little bit. Not Jacob and Co. When we're talking of watches, there's the trinity of watches, the holy trinity of watches. They are Vacheron Constantin, Patek Philippe, and Rolex. That's called the Trinity. Inside the Trinity, your investment is safest with Patek Philippe and Rolex. Vacheron Constantin is also, sorry, I said Rolex. No, it's Vacheron, Audemars Piguet, and Patek. I'm so sorry. Rolex has been in my head since. Forgive me. Cartier is not there. Cartier is not in the Trinity. The Trinity is 3 watches. Rolex F is not in the Trinity. It's Vacheron, Audemars Piguet, and Patek. Inside that, Audemars Piguet and Patek, they are the highest investment when it comes to watches. You cannot walk into a shop and get an Audemars Piguet, certain models. Some you wait 3 years, some you wait 4 years. When you are going to buy professional models or limited models in stainless steel. Don't buy gold. Don't buy gold. Richard Mille is right now. Richard Mille is not a good investment because the prices are very high. Richard Mille was a good investment when they were begging people to buy 10 years ago. That's when you people, instead of buying houses in Lekki, that's when you should have bought like 10 Richard Milles and kept them inside bank. And then start offloading them now. You will come and buy estates. If you had 10 Richard Milles that you bought at $185,000, that would have been $1.8 million. You'll be offloading them today at double the price in dollars. Then you are changing that money into Naira. Anywhere you move into, you become their king in that estate. So, a lot of people are saying, somebody said, Daddy Freeze, tell them where you see money. One day, I ring light too. When I on my ring light, they abuse me. Don't on ring light. But now make me fly business class of 2 different airlines come UK. And they tell you, I did not want to fly one airline. So I flew 2 airlines, British Airways, 1 leg, Qatar Airways, 1 leg, business class. So all of you, where they come, they yap me, say, hey, Daddy Freeze, don't on your ring like, Baba, my life is designed to win even if I'm losing. That's the formula I've always brought to life. Even if I'm losing, I must be winning. Meaning, if they insult me and I'm getting paid for it, I'm still winning. Or even if they insult me and I'm not getting paid for it, but I'm building my channel. As of today, my WhatsApp channel has hit 1 million subscribers. I think it's about 3,000 left. 1 million subscribers. So even if I'm not making money, I'm getting the subscriber base that I will cash into in the future. So I always tell people, strategize your life in such a way that even if you lose, you are still winning. That's what I call the win-lose formula. But there's some situations where when you lose, and even when you win, you still lose. Those are the dangerous ones. So somebody said, how do you see money? One day, buy ring lights, on ring lights. And that's why I don't have an issue with people like Very Dark Man. I just need to get him to understand the terrain he's getting to. This thing when they do, I don't do them to before. And I also learned the hard way because I've been sued before. Oh, I'll not tell you. I've been sued. So you've got to be very careful when you're criticizing people. You've got to be extremely careful. Pop my money gun if you're enjoying my life. Somebody remind me. Pop my money gun. If you're watching on TikTok, pop my money gun. So, oh yes, I've been sued. I'm not going to mention who sued me, but I've been sued. And that's why I was warning him. He thought I was trolling that I want to sue him. I cannot sue you. Why should I sue you? I'm protecting you. You see, let me tell you, brother, don't set yourself up. You have a fan base of people who believe that you are factual. By the time 3 people sue you and win you, nobody will take you seriously again. Nobody will take you seriously again. By the time 3 people win you and they make you apologize, or you go prison, or you pay fine, anything you say after that, you lose your credibility. And your credibility is what you are selling. Someone said, I like VDM. Ask anybody. They know say I like him. They know say I like him. By the time they arrest you, no be me go arrest you, me care. By the time they arrest you or they sue you and you lose, because if you are lucky, you go to court and you win, you retain your credibility, but you lose. And let me tell you, there's no way you can win a case when you have no facts on the case. Like you coming out to tell me that I was paid by my livelihood. All I need to do is take you to court, prove that you affected my revenue, and ask you to show where my livelihood paid me. You'll be in trouble. So you made an assertion, oh, Daddy Freeze collected money from my livelihood. What made me impressed with my livelihood was he took 2 extra months to work on my watch to give me this. There are very few people that go to those lengths to satisfy their customers. There are very few people that would spend 2 months. And when he gave me the watch, he said, Daddy Freeze, you don't need to pay. Wear it first. While I mean, they chase my livelihood with money. Say my livelihood, oh, I don't wear the watch, or can't collect your money. Oh. He said, no, still the rock on. Are you satisfied? I will always support anyone who has that level of customer care. So sometimes, sometimes we advertisers can see what we can do. It's not everybody we charge promo for. There are some people who have been in my life, who have been a part of my journey, who I will give discounts for, or they will pay small, and I will give them big just because they've been a part of my journey. And with that, I now get, when these people see mileage, you don't know how powerful my channel is. You have no idea. There was a lady that was on my channel to complain about her husband. One knee. Neville Nevada here is a beneficiary. He knows. He will just call me. He'll say, Daddy Freeze, I need you to do this. Done. Because he was part of my story when I was going through a lot. So I don't want Very Dark Black Man to see this as me japping him. If not another person for drag you, Baba, forget, they drag reach me. Me, I get talent for dragging. And the difference between me and other people is when you drag me, whether I win you for the dragging or not, I'm going to get paid. I'm going to pay so well especially when it's a trending story like this. When I'm done, I'm gonna go to LV to go and shop. By the time I'm done dragging you, whether I win you or you win me, so it's a win-win for me. Now make it come be say I can't win you. But you see, my point with very dark black man is we need somebody to be a police watch in social media space. But the way he's going to go about it, they will fight him, they will lock his channel, they will arrest him, they will sue him. So at the end of the day, he will not be able to attain. And I like the fact that he's not collecting money. I respect him for that. Because the moment you begin to place adverts, some of us, let me tell you the truth, some of us, because we have friends in the industry, there are stories we cannot carry. You know some of our stories that we cannot carry. People go enter trouble, but because they are our guys, we will lose revenue because we cannot touch the story because now our guy. So once you don't they get too many guys, and once people don't they pay you, it be like person will pay me. Do you understand? We don't they pay me, maybe don't spend like somebody like Wilfred Asukwo, for instance. We don't they spend money they come for my channel, in enter trouble. I go come out eye because now my guy. You understand? So I go come out eye for a matter. So I like very dark man for that, the fact that he doesn't collect money. So it makes him less compromisable. Some of us, because we have clients, because we collect money, because we work with people, because we grew up in the industry, there are so many things that I try my best to be neutral in everything I do. But even I know that sometimes being neutral is not possible because you know people. There's so many times people will send me message, Daddy Freeze, I want to come on your live. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about that. Someone says Suleiman. You'll be amazed that Suleiman is actually not like that. Suleiman is just my guy. And the thing is, I know him from an angle most people don't know him. So I'm able to, if something happens, I call him. Baba, he go explain, give me. Then I get into what I do with him that a lot of people don't know is I have some of his church members that are my fans that don't know that I know him. So I go used to ask those ones. And 99% of the time, waiting he they tell me for back, they correspond waiting them they tell me. But still my guy. So most of the time I go come out hide for a matter. But because I know him, I know that the matter does not look exactly like it looks. So we need people like very dark man. Don't get me wrong. We need people like them. But if they continue libelous, going about it in a libelous way, all you need is 3 people to sue you and win. That's all. 3 people to sue you and win. That is all. Nobody will take you serious. There are many people in the industry that nobody takes serious again because they've seen that these people are not credible. Your information has to be credible. That is why I give it up to people like Stella Dimoko. Sorry, they don't come. I think I opened door for my family. Oh, Benedict? Yes, Benedicta. Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend too. Yeah, sorry guys. Taste buds ordered something, so I had to receive it from the concierge. Yeah. Okay. Let me put it on the floor since I've not sanitized it. I don't like putting things from outside on the furniture. Somebody's Binta Gama says, can't nobody sue VDM? He's ready to go the distance. Why bother? Watch that space. The way he's going, especially when he doesn't have facts. Papa, you would think the court is a toothless bulldog in Nigeria. By the time you get to people who know how to use the system, una go beg for them. One day he will make a false statement about somebody. Baba, when I was sued, I went to meet, because the person that sued me is a son. I went to meet my team of lawyers. I said, let's fight it. My team of lawyers said, you will lose on every ground. My team of lawyers sat down and said, the guy was asking me that time for about $500,000. Baba, we go find the guy beg new. We find the guy beg new. He was ready to go all out. Do you understand what I'm saying? The guy was ready to go all freaking out. Baba, I started getting lawyers to go and beg on my behalf. Me too, I started begging. Baba, not beg. But luckily for me, he was very mature about it and he let the matter slide. Bro, make una the advice very dark man. Oh. This thing when you talk, if not somebody else we don't get you from mind before. Sorry, 500 million naira. Not I said 500k. Okay, 500k dollars. Someone say lawyers na court in Nigeria are fraud. Baba, wait till they catch you for the wrong side. Wait till they catch you for the wrong side of the law. That's when you understand that Nigeria has a justice system for those who know how to use it. The court doesn't follow public opinion. No. Anything you like talk, the court will do what you want to. I'm not suing it's not for me. Let me tell you what very dark man does not realize. If I sue him, I'll look stupid because I've been rooting for him in the background. So how do you root for somebody in one breath and then sue the person you are rooting for in another breath? You're going to look silly. So I'm not, he is me. You see, my problem with him is, can I speak Yoruba to him? Maybe you should get an interpreter. Ma, calm down. Ma, calm down. You at first things you jumped on me and attacked me. You said I was paid for an advert. I was never paid. Go into my account and see. I can open my accounts for you to see if there's any one naira that's ever come from my livelihood to me. My livelihood even commented on my page. He said paid in full. I paid in full for my watch. Why am I supporting my livelihood? It's because of the customer service he gave me. Let me tell you something. I walk into your shop. I don't expect a discount. But if you give me, let's say I entered your shop and I bought 50k food. And you say, Daddy Freeze, don't pay for that meal. You don't know you've set me up. The smallest thing on my page, on my Instagram page is 300k. That's post. You would not believe that I could do a free 300k post for you. Just because I've seen you give me something. I like paying for my food services because when you come to me and you ask me for a discount, I will tell you, but when I came to eat in your shop, I paid full. When I bought your dress, I paid full. So I don't ever ask for it. But when I like to see when people offer it, Daddy Freeze, you know what, thanks for eating in my shop. No problem. The bill is on me. I appreciate that. It shows that you value the fact that I came to your shop. Then Namigo Konde look, say, hey, what can I do for this person? Oh my God, what can I do? What can I do? Okay, let me tell the person, you know what, I'll just do a free post for the person. One day you will not expect it. You will not expect it. I will do something for you that will blow your mind. So when I saw what my livelihood did, you don't understand. What if I not get money for the watch? My livelihood do the watch finish, carry give me. To make I wear them any day I ready. Now me, I call him out on this live. Now me come they look for us, my livelihood, come and collect your money. He say, are you sure? Are you happy? I can see that They don't they use fake accounts. Come here. I'm not going to address you if you be fake account. Your account no get profile picture. You still be egg. So that's why now in our business, now let's look at it from this angle. What do I sell? I'm replying to Very Dark Black Man. I have 2,000 people watching me on Instagram. It was 2004 at a point. I have 400 people watching me on TikTok live. I have 506 people watching me on YouTube live. I have 1,000 people watching me on Facebook live. You have brought me publicity. Publicity is the fuel in my car. Do you understand? I'm giving you trade secrets. Someone say, why you know Yap, Very Dark Man, whether you like it or not. He has brought me traffic. And I know how to use traffic. Some of you don't understand this. So I'm not angry with him. I'm happy that I also have an opportunity to educate Nigerians on the premises we inherited from our parents. I was having a conversation with one of my aunties. Let's talk numbers. I'm a numbers guy. I used to be good at math in school. I'm no longer good at it because I don't old. Numbers. My auntie's roof needs for her house. They need to fix the roof. They've been living in the house for 20 years. They need to fix the roof. So they charge them 4 million to fix the roof. I asked my aunt, I said, Auntie, how much is your house in your area if you want to rent it out? She said it's 350,000 naira a year. For 4 million naira, you will live in that house for 12 and a half years if you are paying rent. Just for the money you use to repair roof. Explain to me how that house is an asset. You also need to understand that your parents were wrong on many grounds. The house you live in is not an asset, it is convenient for you. It's convenience, not an asset. You need to be able to draw a demarcation between both of them. The fact that something is convenient does not make it valuable. Someone say, if you want publicity, give Very Dark Man bass boost. I also understand. You are right, Famito. If I give him bass boost, I will gain publicity, more publicity. But I don't want to destroy somebody that I'm building, because I will drag him. I will start dragging him, go court, go this, go that. But my dragging, no, they end for social media. With it from social media, enter real life. Then it will now become a big issue. And I will make sure I make him lose credibility. If I take him to court, I'll make him lose credibility. If he apologizes to me, it's okay. Don't begin to apologize. I may say, you don't really know what they talk. So tomorrow you go talk something and that. I don't want to this. You see, in as much as I want to clear him, I don't want to destroy him or make him lose credibility. That's why I'm giving him advice. That's why I'm giving him advice. That is why I'm not opening my comment section. I'm not bringing anybody live, because you get people I go bring live, they go drag them. And I don't want to make them drag them. Someone says, I don't understand that you are building someone that's calling you foolish. He will learn. He will learn. And he will apologize. And if he doesn't apologize, it's up to him. Because this morning I don't call David. Say, David, talk to your boy. Say, talk to your boy. Because first of all, you are making a claim that does not exist. You cannot tell me that I was paid when I wasn't. And there's another thing I want to tell you. No, they use gra all the time. it gets some things where they use calmness. It gets some matters where calmness na superpower. No be every matter be gra gra. Calmness na superpower. Arm yourself with information. That's why I like Stella Dimoko Kokos. Stella understands blogging because she came from a newspaper background. She understands blogging. Stella, and especially, you see, let me come back home again. There are two types of blogging. There is the faceless blogging, Insta blog, Gist Lover, and so many other blogs. And there is the bloggers that there are the bloggers that you can identify. Tunde Ednot, maybe you call Daddy Freeze to a blogger, Linda Ekeji, Stella Dimoko. These people have to be careful what they say because they know our house. You get waiting I they talk. You get waiting Gist Lover go talk where they not born me well to talk. Because nobody know who Gist Lover be. So Gist Lover could post the full details. If Daddy Freeze try and they go find me come the next morning. Very dark black man, you're not an anonymous blogger. You're not a faceless blogger. They know you. You've got to be able, you see, those ones that are faceless, they can get away with, what do they call it? Making scandals or slandering people or making libelous posts. You cannot. The moment they don't put a face or a brand to you, they can pick you up. The government can prosecute you. Private individuals can prosecute you. Let me pin this comment. Hard white one. These are the kind of dingbats, the laggidos that come to my page. He says, your problem is saying, you know, if it admit your statement was wrong. Please, I have proven to you beyond reasonable doubt that my statement was not wrong in any way. As a matter of fact, he was wrong on every count. Saying a house in Nigeria is worth more than a Rolex, when even in America, in the last 10 years, Rolex, Patek, and Audemars Piguet did better than the stock market and the real estate. Just Google it. In America, watches over the last 10 years did better than property. Come be Nigeria. Brother, the problem is you need a rewire to check your brain. What is another check engine? Hard white. Orí ẹ ti tanná, ọpọlọ ẹ ti tanná check engine. Lọ bá rewire kan rewire orí ẹ. Make I admit say I did wrong when I know they wrong because mumu like you. Because mumu like you want make I did wrong. Dude, we are not wrong. My IQ is in the 160s. I can never be wrong. I can never be wrong. Hurry at it on a check engine. White, I'll be waiting to call you. I don't rapture am down. Person will not get sense. So get the message. Get the message. Now, of course, my father will tell you he bought land for 2,000 naira and sold it for 60 million naira many years later. You'll be amazed that if you sit down, you calculate the value of that 2,000 naira in dollars against the value of that same dollars today in another country's investment, you still see that that investment in naira was still marginal. Another thing I learned, and I want to tell you this, I'm not going to tell you not to invest in Nigeria because we're all part of building this economy and building this country. I have property in Nigeria. I live in Nigeria. I bring things to Nigeria. However, you also need to try to get things abroad or things that have abroad value. I'll give you an example. Guys, those of you that join my live regularly, if you're watching on, please follow my #1 gifter on TikTok. Follow my #1 gifter on TikTok. If you're watching on TikTok, follow my #1 gifter on TikTok. Follow my #1 gifter on TikTok. Pop my money guns. Double click the screen if you're watching on TikTok. Oh yeah, pop my money guns. If you are enjoying my live. You see, if you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, on YouTube, you will know that I come live at between 2 and 5 a.m. every weekday. I'm not stupid. That's the time when I should be sleeping. But guess what? I have realized that I have a Canada-based audience and I have a USA-based audience. That is their own evening. So I'm going to do 6 to 7 or 5 to 7 in Nigeria for the Nigerian audience. And I'm going to have to replicate that same 6 to 5 to 9 p.m. for America and and Canada. Because Nigeria and UK are about the same time, you see me do this live, for instance, now UK, Niger, get them. It's just that because this is a trending topic, even by USA people, they hear. So normally, this kind of time now for my Niger audience. 3 a.m., 2 a.m., when they see me, they do live, they yawn. That is for my America, Canada audience. That should teach you something. It means this world has evolved from a local village to a global village. There are people who are watching me right now on TikTok, who are watching me from the USA, they patronize my services. And I notice that when I bring people who are based in the US, I give them the US coordinates and the US time zone because that favors their market more. So you cannot live in a global village and operate your life like you are in a local village. It's going to mess you up. It is going to mess you up. You're going to have to adjust your mentality. Babs, thank you for that money gun. You're going to have to adjust your mentality to accommodate. Listen to me. Adjust to accommodate the global perspectives. A lot of people are saying, we live in Nigeria. When I said a Rolex in Japan is worth the same thing as a Rolex in Dubai or a Rolex in Nigeria. But a house in Nigeria does not share the value in Japan or in Dubai or the USA. So you need to start buying things that have global value. A Ferrari has a global value. You buy it in the US, you can ship it to Japan, you can ship it to the UK, as long as they use the same side, right-hand drive, left-hand drive, same drive side of the road where you are. It's an asset across the world. I was in Mayfair yesterday and I saw a Kuwait Lamborghini Euros followed by a Kuwait Lamborghini Aventador. You just know that the guys just put it on their plane, flew it down, drove it around for summer. When they go back to Kuwait, they carry their car, Kuwait number plate. You drive around the UK, you'll be seeing Saudi number plates on Maybachs, on Rolls Royces. They will bring their car from Saudi. So you've got to be able to accommodate. And this is me speaking to you. See, very dark man, eh? I don't want to insult you and say you are local. So I will not do that. And I'm not saying that. I want you to have a more global appeal by stretching the boundaries of your exposure to accommodate what works globally. In Nigeria, when you hear house and watch, house will always win. But if you put the figures to it, you will see that you're losing with that house. You will see that you are losing with that house. And there's so many things I believed in until I had exposure, and then I was able to connect. Sorry, somebody's home. You guys are back. It took so long.
I kept bouncing off back.
What was bouncing down?
The Ubers were cancelling out.
Okay, sorry, I'm live, so you go live, so just be careful as you're coming in. Your parcel came.
Oh, yay. What are you eating? Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Straight.
So I'm not saying this like I said earlier on. I'm not saying this to put him in the mud or anything. This is VDM is maybe 7 years older than my firstborn. Maybe 7 years older than my firstborn. Max maybe 9 years. I don't know his real age. I know he's not 30 yet. So I'm not dragging him. I might not be old enough to, I can actually be old enough to be his dad. Because if we start playing away match when we're maybe 16, he reached me to born. So I have to be very, very careful as I tread those areas. And I'm not in any way rubbishing his work. But I've got to be able to educate him. He might have knowledge and all that, but he definitely cannot have the exposure I have. I'm 47 years old this year, and I've lived in the hood. They talk saying be ghetto. Now ghetto me to start from. Proudly so. I'm a street kid. I've lived the VIP life. I've lived abroad. I have a European passport. I have, as you they see me, so I don't need visa to Canada. If they say, yeah, maybe they go Canada now, aeroplane ticket now I go buy. You just see me for Canada doing like this. Straight up. So I also have some level of exposure that he will not have until he also grows, and he will grow there maybe faster than I did, and I pray for him to grow, but it will take him a while. So while he's like that, he needs to be careful when we make statements. And here, another thing you need to understand is I catch cruise a lot. To be very honest, that day when I released that video about houses, I wasn't being serious. Read the head, I say, I too like Wahala. I was just catching cruise. Because the fact say one house collapse, no means a house no get value. No means a house no good. And now let me now break it down to you. When you get into the luxury market in the house, in housing, like you go and buy a house in Banana Island, because Banana Island houses are hedged on the dollar, you'll be amazed that Banana Island houses will not lose value. Because you see, luxury, and that is what the government is trying to do. That okay, if you live in Nigeria, why are you trading in the dollar? Look at your celebrities. You call Burna Boy now, he will give you his bill in dollars. He will not give you in naira. Dotun was talking about it today, and it made so much sense. But what you need to understand is, because they understand that the naira is valueless. Look at Sujimoto, God bless you. Someone say you TJ say you they explain sense. I know they explain. And they teach your papa will not get sense. We decide to born goats. I no one curse you, but you be proof say if some people had practiced contraception, the world would not be as dumb as it is right now. Rapture, Olori Buruku, Ba, Aye Onida. I might say if they sue you now, I go to vex. I dare him papa to sue me. I go drag him and him papa. You come my life, they talk nonsense. Say I still they explain. And they teach you. And while I'm teaching you, I'm making money. Oh, you don't realize I'm making money. You are late to the party. Hey. So back to what I was saying. And this is a very important part of this. And you all need to understand it. Almost see how people turn out today. I have like 3,000 people watching me. If not more. What am I saying? I have like 5,000 people watching me live. Somebody say taste buds, waiting you won't cook. Come, what are you cooking? Eh?
Nothing, just roast chicken and salad. That's all.
Roast chicken and salad.
Yeah, that's all.
Oh, wow. You carry your cooking skill, come from Nigeria, come they cook here again.
No, not real cooking, just minor cheese platter.
Roast chicken and minor cheese platter.
Yeah, just little things and wine, something like
And wine. Sure, they see enjoyment. So back to what I was saying, yeah. Better wife you. So what I was so that's my message out there. Nobody's telling you not to attack. Nobody's telling you not to criticize. But the moment you start criticizing factlessly, now problem you find. Now problem you find. So those are my thoughts. And I will not in any way say I don't appreciate what he does. I saw, especially with the Mohbad case, if not for very dark black man, Naira Marley probably would have been there for Lyncham, if not be for people like very dark black man. And for no reason. Now later on, we are seeing that Naira Marley was in no way connected to the demise of Mohbad. In no way. Maybe he's connected to the bullying and the harassment in the past, but in no way. Ebere, remember there was a time me, you, and Remy were on a conference call and we're talking about this. And me and Ebere were more on the Naira Marley is innocent, but we didn't know. We're trying to work with the fact. While Remy was like, he doesn't look innocent. But we had a healthy conversation, argument back and forth. Ebere is here. Only for us to now realize that Naira Marley, in my humble opinion, let me add that, is more or less innocent. And if not for people like very dark black man, who stood against, do you know how they bashed him? Do you know how they bashed him? If he said the same thing on my life, yes. But you see, me, because I wasn't so sure, I didn't jump behind Naira Marley. I also said Naira Marley was innocent, and they dragged me on Wahala Network blog. They dragged me. But now you can see. So, what, if not for someone like very dark black man, waiting for do Naira Marley, it would have. So we don't need to be. I don't want to pull very dark man down. No. Smarty I said the fear of very dark man is the beginning of wisdom. No, now nonsense you talk. Nobody they fear him. Nobody they fear anybody. Waiting they do it, they him be lying on. Person will just join this online. If problem come, he get money to fight the problem. Or you think the people standing by him will stand by him. Don't talk nonsense where you don't know. Baba, when your power, some of us, our power no ends for social media. We have what you call real life power. And real life power, you need to put down some paper to fund it. So it's not fear. It's respect for somebody who is growing. Let me tell you, I also had Egmons that I called out those days, and they will call me in the back and say, Baba, this thing where you talk no make sense. So, and they go talk to me one-on-one. So you need to keep that at the back of your mind. So once again, one thing that I say separates the rich from the poor is the poor never see the big picture. They see the small picture. They see the here and now. And another thing I want to say, you see, things like watches and the luxury world and investing in the luxury world is not for everybody. You have to have conquered the 3 basic human necessities before somebody says, so bully is not a crime. Prove that Naira Marley bullied him. Prove it. You will struggle with proving it. They are in court now. Just watch how the case will end. Do you want me to put money down? And you put money down. Maybe we'll see how the case will end. You see, you need to understand that the court does not care about your emotions. It's not going to look at your emotions. It's going to look at the facts on the table. So 3 things before you can go into watches and understand all those things. You have to have conquered 3 basic things: food, clothing, and shelter. Person when no get your own house, no fit talk saying they invest in watches. You have to have conquered the 3 basic human needs. If right now you are still struggling to conquer food, shelter, and clothing, then you cannot understand luxury. So most people that will tell you invest in houses already either own landed property or already have attained a certain level of luxury, and that's why they'll be able to understand. And I say this all the time, yeah. As I come UK like this, trust me, I dey go Lotus, I dey go McLaren, I dey go Ferrari. I go sit down with them 1 hour, talk to them until they drive me. I go ask them all the questions on my mind. I like feeling my mind. My mind is a racing car. Knowledge is its fuel. Then, what is it called? Very dark man also criticized me. He said, I call pastors out over my version of the doctrine. No. In religion, there is one standard for doctrine. It's history and scripture. Those are the two standards for doctrine. History and scripture. I studied scripture in original language. I did not read Bible in English. English Bible na fraud. Until you read New Testament in Koine Greek and Old Testament in Aramaic and Hebrew, you will not understand what Bible is. Simply Vic is here. So when you say, Daddy Freeze, and you also criticize pastors, no, the level of knowledge that I have of scripture, I doubt if there's any Nigerian pastor that has it. And if he thinks he has it, I challenge him today to come and argue it with me. Fact over myths. So when you now try to compare what you are doing without facts, you come out, you drag Daddy Freeze, you lie. Because now lie, you lie. You say, my livelihood pay me. My livelihood no pay me 1 naira. In fact, now me being customer. Small children in my house. I know drag some people where they talk nonsense for comment section. Which I won't tell one guy. So when it comes to things like that, no Nigerian pastor don't get mind, except the up and coming, we won't use me shine. No, your geos may they come. This Bible, may we talk them as it did originally. Make you see whether they will win us. So you've got to understand. When I tell you, some people say pastors are businessmen. Forget pastors. Religion itself is a business. Christianity in Nigeria is a fraud. There is no God. God did not call anybody in Nigeria. Make you understand what they talk. Now them call themselves. They carry their phone, type God, save a number, come do like saying call them. Or they save God for one number, you can't call another phone and say, hey God, don't call me. So you need to understand that. See the message my daughter sent me. Send me a pair of slippers. Said, can I buy these slippers?
Yeah, that one is mine. I think
So nobody, God no call anybody for it. If God, Nigeria look like anywhere where God call anybody. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. Oh yeah, pop my money guns. I won't begin to go. Oh yeah, pop my money guns. Follow my number one gifter on TikTok. Follow my number one gifter. Make I say small market. YouTube, 544 people watching. You see YouTube now. YouTube now monitoring spirits now for YouTube. One day I go bring holy water, anointing oil, Goya oil. I go bring rosary. I go begin to do deliverance for YouTube people. 546 people they watch. They no like, they no comment. They just say don't like this. They look, and they tell me say YouTube no be monitoring spirit channel. Someone said the background noise is very distracting. I finished talking. Go and watch it. Everything I'm saying now is just ad lib. I finished talking since, and I want to eat. So unless you will send food to my house, the people that are cooking the food, make you allow them cook. Make you allow them cook.
Or you finish talking and you don't have dinner.
We finish talking and I don't have dinner.
That's entitled.
Yeah, they tell you. If it was initially, if I just started and they came in, I'll beg them to give me 30 minutes so I can nail all my
You've been
points.
here for hours and you told us you'd be done in an hour.
How long have I been here? I've been here for 1 hour, 20 minutes. So.
You said 1 hour. So
No, it's okay, it's okay. You guys should do whatever you want to do. Have fun.
We were actually giving you that 1 hour. So
Have fun.
To come and you were still on.
Yeah, because today is that day when I have to post for those people.
Okay.
Those people where.
I get you.
Yeah. You too stingy. YouTube. Oh yeah, super chat, super like, super stickers. Oh yeah. Make I no lock you out. Facebook is struggling with network. They've been struggling with network since. I feel so sorry for them. Because them even they try. If you're watching on Facebook, oh yeah, go to my if you're watching on Instagram, go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, bottom left hand corner, you'll see how to buy my stuff. Now, I've always told you this thing, always. Person, if you go to a dietitian and you tell the dietitian that, look, I want to lose weight and I cannot exercise and diet, I have to choose only one. The dietitian will tell you to diet. If you carry the same dilemma and go and meet a fitness instructor and say, fitness instructor, I want to lose weight. I cannot afford to gym and diet at the same time. Which one should I do? They will tell you to gym. So people always give you advice in such a way that it pays them. Unless the fitness instructor is a dietitian at the same time. But a core fitness instructor will tell you fitness is better. A core dietitian will tell you diet is better. That's the problem we have. Many of the people telling you how valuable real estate is are selling the real estate. If you are selling real estate, you will make money. If you are selling real estate, you will make money. If you are buying a house to live inside, you are buying a liability. Until you are able to sell the house, you are not investing your money. Many times you're actually tying down your capital. Sometimes you're even losing the money. The worst one is a mansion. You build a mansion, you design here in gold, here in silver, here in this, here in that. Is a liability. 20 years from now, your mansion will be old. And if the land upon which you built that mansion is not prime property, the mansion is worth as much as the land it is on. 20 years from now, your house will look old and outdated and nobody will want it. So I tell people all the time, instead of building mansion, build a high rise with a penthouse. You live in the penthouse, rent out the flats. You are 100 times better, because guess what? A high rise is still going to be valuable 50 years from now if well built. Mansion no be asset. I'm not saying don't buy. If you get money in a mansion, you won't buy one house, we get swimming pool, only you go live inside compound. Do you know what one of my friends did? He has a house in Lekki and he bought a flat in a high rise. After living in his house for 3 years, he went on mad. He rented out the house and started staying in his high rise, in a flat. Our parents' mentality to build house with 6 bedroom, not be asset to, na liability. Understand how this thing works. It will save you a lot of trouble. Any questions? So I'm going to take questions now for 5 minutes. In fact, let me bring Simply Vic. Simply Vic, are you there? Make I just bring somebody, make it just... I might say you want a mini cooking lesson, not be today. Not on my credit. Simply Vic, are you here? Captain Mo, you sent me a request. Samaria. Okay, let me bring Samaria. I'm just around for 5 more minutes. Hey, TikTok people, double click my screen, oh, pop my money gun. Where is Simply Vic? He was here a few minutes ago. I don't send them requests, making to come talk small. Someone said, true, my husband regrets building those houses in Nigeria. No vouch value compared to Western world. Baba, you know some of the problem you people have is your whole world is Nigeria. You be like those people who build Noah's Ark, where they tell the story of Noah's Ark. They say the ark covered the whole world. The flood covered the whole world. Meanwhile, nobody knew that Australia existed until 1600. So it was the whole world according to their understanding. And it was very regional. And they argue this thing with scholar. Baba, let me tell you, Australia get animals where the world had never seen before. And the fossils of those animals have not been found in any other place in the world. So you be like those people. That year, they said the whole world. Now, where they know, where they be the world? Small of Africa, small of Middle East, flood covered that whole side. They say the flood covered the whole world. Now, from their exposure, now they take no, say the whole world. I wish I could bring Simply Vic here. Vic, why are you dulling me like this? Make I call him. He go vex with me because since I don't come Nigeria, since I come UK, I never call him. Now, when I need him for life, now I come the call him. Come on, the chicken don't they smell it. They never be, come my life, come my life, come my life. And they call you.
Yeah.
Come chook mouth. Vic, come my life, come chook mouth.
Okay.
I don't send you request, tire.
Okay. I went up.
So you need to understand that unless your world accommodates Australia, Baba, I talk this thing all the time. The right time for Bible say, olden days people build Tower of Babel, he reach heaven. Burj Khalifa is 2,700 feet above sea level. The people who build and reach the top, they don't enter heaven. No. Mount Everest peak is 29,000 feet above sea level. Every year they climb and reach top. When they climb and finish, they know they go heaven. No. Aeroplane, they fly 40,000 feet. I'm a 737-800 simulator pilot. My service ceiling is 41,000 feet. I fly 41,000 feet steady. I no enter heaven. No. Rocket, they go space, you no enter heaven. But olden day people, we no get toilet for house. They build tower, we reach heaven. To them, that was the heaven. That was the highest they understood as of back then. And that's the only way they could express themselves. So what you need to do is extend the limits of your understanding by giving yourself more exposure. Where is Simply Vic? Let me bring you live. We are ending now. So when we sit down, they criticize Bible, then we also see that there are similar stories, Mesopotamian stories that were before the big Simply Vic. Simply Vic will tell you. Sometimes at the time for Simply Vic, they do like atheists. Meanwhile, we suppose they run church together. Victor Iru.
How you doing?
Let me call you by your government name. How far?
Well, good. How are you? What's the weather like in London right now?
Sorry?
What's the weather in London right now? Is it like double
Like
digits?
last year. It was like last year. It's cold, but yeah, I'm okay with the cold.
Manageable.
Somebody say VDM say Abimumu.
Yeah, I was watching.
Hold
I saw
on.
the.
In say Abimumu. On top lie where Intel. Me, I don't show you facts. Who be the real mumu? Don't brother. You jumped on something that you have no understanding of. And you claim the person will talk am na mumu. Me, I don't bring facts and figures. Go and watch this video from the beginning. Baba, I like they know they win me for argument too. They know they win me.
I think the
I
issue here
get into
is
arguments that last 5 years,
if you know the
and I will
problem.
win at the end of the day. I make sure I win. I'm good at it.
I was when I watched the clip from Tunde Ednot's page, what he said, and what the clip they cut out from your full video. That's the problem with sound bites. You make a 1 hour live video and people just decide to take 10 seconds or 15 at most. And anybody that listens to that will come at you that way because that was their understanding, because they have failed to see the entire length of the video.
Anyhow, they see
Anybody,
them, they still are lost because
anybody
we are
with
still
sense
right.
should know that there is no way you would advise anybody not to have a home or not to buy a house. If you don't have shelter, food, clothing, basicness, Maslow needs hierarchy. The hierarchy of needs is there. If you can't attain some levels in your life, there is no Swiss watches will be the last thing on your mind.
If you have not eaten, is Swiss watch the problem that you have?
So it's not rocket science. There's no way that the Swiss will tell you
Hold
not to
on.
buy a home for your
Simply
family.
Vic, you've been trying to get a GMT master lefty. Tell them how long you've been on the queue for.
Bro, I saw a pre-owned of that lefty, £21,000.
How much is it brand new?
Brand new is not even as expensive as that. Brand new is 18K. But
No,
because
brand new
it's
is not up
pre-owned,
to 18K. Brand new is 11.5.
but you can't get
You
it.
can't
No,
get
brand
it.
new. You can't even get it. Forget. When I say brand new, I mean somebody has bought it out of the store. He's not selling it that day. 18. No, if you go into the store, the waiting list is 3 years.
Some stores will not even agree to put you on a waiting list.
Before they will agree, you have to buy like 2 other watches. Then they will think about it. It's not automatic.
Shango Dollar say they talk now.
Somebody was dangling it. The lefty, the green with the green bezels,
The
Jubilee
Sprite, the one they
strap.
call the Sprite.
Yeah, the Sprite. It was dangling £21,000. I can't think I say Mobono. Because don't forget, look at how much it was. This watch is less than 6 months old when it came out. It came out this year.
Somebody said he's been on the waiting list since 2018. Baba, you see, this is a market you can't understand unless you've been exposed to it. It's like I was telling about Noah's flood. If all you know about Noah's flood comes from what your parents taught you, what your pastor taught you, and my book of Bible studies, you go there very far back for class.
You go far, guy. You go far, gone, you know.
Because according to the Bible, the flood covered the whole world, but nobody knew where Australia was until 1600. Nobody in the world knew that there was a place called Australia until 1600.
If you read the story of Noah, don't forget that every story in the Bible, most stories in the Bible, they were claims, okay? Nobody actually saw Scooby-Doo. They didn't see anything. These were claims. And claims can come in different forms, okay? Some are not historical, some are embellishment, some could be historical, but when they start to add their pepper and salt, of course, they go watered down. There is no way a penguin will walk from Alaska and stroll to the Middle East to go and enter a boat built by how old was Noah? 300 years old man.
100-year-old man.
It is well.
You they talk of penguin. What about platypuses, koala bears, pandas? No, I don't know if, okay, panda is Asian. Koala bear too. I'm talking about those animals that are New Zealand and Australia based. They are nowhere else in the world.
Well, make I go put another shade. Make I put another shade on Noah's Ark. In Noah's Ark, they said lions enter 2 by 2, Abby. So if 2 lions enter, I'll tell 2 lions want to mate themselves. Why is the lioness? As the people know they think.
Bye-bye. You see, and the moment you start questioning things, you become an
No, I
antichrist.
said everything. They'll think we're antichrist, but you can actually believe in Christ without believing all the crap that comes with religion.
100%.
I don't know how people are not getting it. Why do I need to believe that a big fish, whale, swallowed a dude That is impossible.
Now,
But in the Bible,
whales cannot swallow things bigger than this thing. Just read about whales. You see, brother, hold on. A good way you talk this thing. Bible talk say the lion strongest or mightiest among beasts. How is the lion? Which beast is lion mightier than? Is he elephant?
bro,
Is
that
he
year,
rhinoceros?
any person that sees a lion with the mane, you would think he's the mightiest. That year.
That year, God bless
That's
you.
all they knew. That's all they knew.
Always remember that this book was not written by scientists.
Let me move my back on
It was inspired by God, but written by the
Somebody said
nature
fish
of
can
human
swallow you, man. Bro, they cannot talk.
So at the end of the day, it's exactly what I teach too. Do I need to teach you that olden day people built a tower to heaven before I teach you that God is real? Do you need to believe that tower reach heaven? If I teach you that, won't you slap me?
Somebody actually believed that one woman she looked back and she turned to a pillar of salt. Like, see, if you believe that, then 100 years from now, Harry Potter is also real. Lord of the Rings is real.
You need to understand. We teach this in church. There is the moral, the literal, the allegorical, and the anagogical interpretation of scripture. After you have come from the literal meaning of scripture, you now have to start dealing with the translation. Forget, first of all, the language. Once you move something from one language to the other, you don't lose half of the value first.
Were you able to order suya for Jensen?
It's early now.
What was the time then?
It's like 8 o'clock in Nigeria, max to 8, to 7. Yeah, no, don't worry. They'll deliver. Yeah, my people.
What are we having for dinner?
They are grilling chicken.
I'm seeing my people at the back.
Simply
Hey, I'm missing your chicken. I'm coming. Don't worry, I'm coming.
They cook
We
chicken.
miss you.
Somebody say pillar of salt was real. Did you test the salt? Did you know? You see, yes, I believe in miracles, but I also believe that human perception is what creates miracles. The person that told you that this thing is a miracle, did you test the person's IQ? Did you test the person's exposure? Just like somebody will come today and tell you buying a house in Nigeria is more of an investment than buying a watch. I tell you the truth, instead of buying my house, if I had rented my house and bought a Richard Mille, I would sell it today and buy 2 of my houses.
Bro, you buy 3 of your houses.
3. But you see, people don't see the big picture. There was something very dark man was saying. He said, if you said a car is better than a watch, I would understand. I say, bro, you're not getting it. You are not getting it. Simply because, have you heard of the Nautilus Tiffany edition turquoise blue dial?
Bro, I have. And I only saw, I think, is it the one Rafael Nadal has?
I'm not sure if Nadal has it, but I know this guy has it, Ed Sheeran.
No, Rafael Nadal has a Nautilus that is rare. It's 2 of 2 or so, like one ridiculous. When I saw the price tag, my jaw dropped.
Bro, if I had that Ed Sheeran's watch, I will bring it to a bank in the UK and use it to collect 10 houses.
They will give you the entire Oxford Street.
A watch that he bought for $50,000 that is currently anywhere from 2.5 million to as much as $6 million. Bro, you can't understand it unless you play in that field. And the more you rise and have financial conversations with people, you begin to start understanding that wow. This is, and let me tell you something, I say this all the time, gold, when it comes to watches, gold is not important.
It's just salad and chicken, a little bit of salad and chicken.
Now the food is ready. When they do magical, just give me my own here. So, somebody said, what is actually these watches? Nothing. It is a niche market. Let me tell you the sweetest story I read. A burnt down Ferrari that was parked in a garage. Only the frame was left. They bought it for $2 million. Why? Because the chassis number was showing. And once you can identify the chassis number, Ferrari will rebuild it for you. It will cost him 5 million to rebuild it. So he bought the car 2 million. He's going to spend 5 million to rebuild it. And the car is worth 12 million on the market. So in 3 years, it's going to cost him 3 million to rebuild it. So he's going to spend 5 million and get 12 million. Think about it.
Bro, you know the problem we have? All of us were raised differently. And when you are raised to a particular extent, you should also try and raise yourself. If all you know is fufu every day, you will think fufu is the best food in the world.
I'm telling you.
That's the truth. You have to
Somebody
get
said, which
outside
Ferrari is
of your
$12 million?
backyard.
The problem is you don't understand. It's a classic Ferrari. Google it. Google is your friend. Google.
Guys, nobody's saying house is very important. You need shelter. You can't live in the streets. House is very, very important. But if you want to, without due respect,
You know, when some people hear car, what comes to their mind is Corolla. That's the limit of their understanding. When you say watch, it's either Casio or fake Hublot, fake Rolex. Now, simply Vic, another thing people need to understand is you cannot go into the watch market blindly, just like you cannot go into property market blindly.
Do you remember the guy that went to buy a gold Rolex?
No talk am. You go be like say with the shade people.
It's more valuable.
Even this guy, what's his name? Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast walks into a shop and buys a Rolex, and then walks to the pawn shop and sells the Rolex and loses money, and comes and says he lost money. I just look and say, Mr. Beast, I used to think you had sense.
Because no, he has sense when he's creating things. Doesn't have sense when it comes to time PC.
No, just water will be fine. So,
see, there's one advice that my dad gave us when we were growing up. He said, try and know little of everything. Because make you know one thing, that's all you know. It's not good enough. No,
Simply Vic, you were there when I got on the Daytona list now.
Bro, I was there when you made the call. When we were looking at the
till today, they've not given me a production time.
To add me to it.
They've not given me a production time. It's not like they've said, okay, next year. They have not said we are producing.
We don't know.
We just did the wait. It's over 2 years now, and we are sitting down waiting for the day they will call me and say, okay, your watch has entered production. After that, I have 1 year left. So I'm going to sit down here, wait for 4 years to buy something, and you tell me the day I collect it is not worth ×3 of what I bought for it.
Trust me, if you're going to buy any, especially Rolexes right now, pre-owned you will go buy. Pre-owned, and it's triple the price.
Triple the price. Jiga Sef wants to join the conversation.
Hey, Jiga!
Oh yeah, after this I have to go so that we can eat chicken with the family.
Jiga!
Oh, should I bring this very sauce here?
Jiga, don't send you requests too.
What do you think? Oh, it's not going to be enough.
So person will chop belle food, the investor big.
The person will chop belle food and they investing. And what I learned in this life is don't use all your money and buy watch. Buy house. You go need them. Buy crypto. You go need them. Jiga.
You know when you want Nigeria jersey, you go play ball.
And represent my country. Actually, I did Lyon, yeah? I come for this mineral show. And
okay, where? In Lyon?
Lyon, yeah. South
of
yeah,
France.
I know where Lyon is.
So, that the fridge is... And they go down the elevator.
Hey, elevator will cut you off.
It will cut you off, man. We'll go wait.
I want to listen to this conversation for like 20 minutes. Huh?
We go wait when you come out of the lift.
Okay, where I come out of the big one. I want to say things.
So this is what I was telling people.
So that freeze. Remember what I told you when I came to Nigeria?
Yes,
like,
now.
You asked me, Digga, why you come up for aviation? I say I didn't do minerals now. You know what I realized, and I'm going to say this. Nigerians were not well educated or informed when it comes to finances, investments, portfolio. The only kind of investment we were taught now, property, house, or savings, or stocks. Do you understand? Mark stocks.
Sorry, Jiga. Sorry, let me interrupt you. I say this all the time. If your parents that advised you on finances knew so much, you will not be taking care of them in old age.
Of course.
If they knew as much as they are advising you, that's why I know they collect. I don't talk this way. Person will not get money past me, no if you advise me.
The issue of watch here, you said something about niche markets. And bro, some people have never even heard that word before, niche markets. Do you understand? They don't even know what it be. That is free. I'm into minerals, now. I buy minerals from all over Africa, all over the world, and I sell. You know why? When I got into the market for mineral, I realized that, bro, we did sleep for Africa.
I swear.
The only thing when we did buy, when we know say we did, when we sell for Africa, I say gold and diamond and our crude oil, bro. But we have tons of minerals that
you see that Zamfara. When you hear the word Zamfara, poverty comes to your mind. That's one of the richest states in Nigeria.
Richest
Zamfara.
Yeah.
Bro.
If you know what is inside Zamfara.
You remember one, I don't know if you know Jay-Z's song, he said, I bought a painting for 1 million. Yeah. 1 year later, the painting is 2 million. 4 years later, the painting is 8 million. You see, when you go to rich people's house, wealthy, I'm not saying rich, wealthy people's house.
Wealthy people, paintings, people.
Giga,
Hello.
we are missing you. We are missing
Where am
you.
I, guys?
You will see me soon. You will see me soon.
You see, you see, they invest in paintings, they invest in collectibles.
People will not, they will not understand
that the freeze they use this spoon. They get on spoons, that appreciate in value. People don't understand this.
Yeah, some things are called antiques. There's a reason why they are called antiques.
Even plates. See, stone, for example, you go to people's houses and you say, now I'm in the mineral business. I sell, for example, fluorides, diopters, all kind of minerals. And I sell some pieces that weigh as little as 200 grams for like 5K, $5,000. I'm not joking, huh? I can show you my books. I'm not even joking.
He showed me in Nigeria.
I sell a piece of what's it called? I can sell a piece of aquamarine. A piece of aquamarine that weighs 500 grams. I can sell it for 8,000 naira, 8,000 euros. 8,000. And you know the guy that buys it from my hand for 8,000 euros, You know how much he's going to resell? He'll probably sell it for 14, 15 grams.
He will even keep it, he will hold it a while.
See, a colleague, a friend of mine, a business partner of mine, his father died in February. And they left him, the man left him nothing in terms of money, house, nothing. But he left him a show glass filled with stones. And when they put it, they checked how much those stones worth. It was about 6 million euros. The man has been collecting those stones since he was like 20-something years old. You get my point? Now, these are stones. Do you know that red sand? I did a show in Brussels. Red sand, when we did get for Edo State, they sell them, €2 per kilo. Red sand.
Red sand, where full my village, where full my backyard.
Where full Anambra State?
I'm not even joking. You see, we black people, I'll use black people in general right now. They've taught us to put value in the things that have no value. You see, this issue of house, the house in the UK, in US, in France, houses they appreciate. It might take time, but you never buy a house and lose unless the market go down, the market crash, right? But in Nigeria, if you buy a house, you lose. A friend of mine bought a house for 60 million naira in 2015. The house right now they market for 30 million, maybe 35 million. Nobody won't even buy the house. Now, land on the other side, it appreciates. If you live out, you understand? Over time, it will appreciate. But the building, you know why? Because Nigerians, Do you know that people that rent houses right now, they're the one at the loss because people don't pay rent. So you build a house, you spend 120 million, and you rent them out. People not go pay rent for 2-3 years. They go leave their house. You go still carry your money, they go republish the house.
Oh,
You get my point.
you two get
Because
finished.
you know why? Because you know why the Nigerian economy is on a downward spiral. They go down. So things like houses, it's like what happened in the world in 2010 when there was the financial meltdown. Houses all over the world was going down now. Everybody knows this. Why? Because the economy was down. Nigerian economy right now is down. So if you invest in property, you are at a loss. It's clear.
Now, let me now tell you something. Luxury market does not go down when regular market goes down. Luxury market is affected by its own dynamics. It may go down,
Yes.
But it's not affected by recession.
By recession, no, because those are high end properties. Yes, because
recession does not affect wealthy people. If somebody buys the Mona Lisa, because there is World War II, doesn't make Mona Lisa less valuable.
Of course.
Or a Rembrandt.
See, I'll tell Nigerians here, instead of you investing your money on one expert or investing in one stock that will probably not do well. You understand? It's better to invest in paintings. I'm not just telling you to go and buy roadside paintings, though. You understand? Buy better collectibles. You know why? Because it will appreciate. Buy good watches because they will appreciate. You know why? Because these are things that will sell on the international market. That will sell. For the past 1 month, I've done a show in Brussels, Geneva, Munich. I'm currently in Lyon. And I told you, the stones that if it's emerald then is sell for Nigerian, you get that for maybe like 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira per gram. You know how much it is in the market here? You know how much it is in the market? I'm not even talking about to spoil my market. You can't imagine. You see, Nigerians, we only know about gold and diamonds. You get my point? That's all we know. The blings. Bro, do you know sapphires? Some cost past diamond.
That's why they're called precious stones. There's a reason why they're called precious stones.
Bro,
Okay, guys, no vex. So family, they wait for me. Jigga, we have to have a session. You and I had this session one-on-one in my house, and I learned so much from you that day. You see, as you see, Simply Vic and I are theology colleagues. Regularly, we update our knowledge in theology and history. Jigga, now my colleague, we focus on Africa, emancipating Africa, and precious mineral resources from Africa. My question for you is, who are you rolling with determines your possibility. I'll tell you one thing as I'm leaving. One day, PT showed me, I was just gisting with PT. That's Toby Adegoriga, Pastor Toby. And there was a list in his hand, and I looked at the list. It was the breakdown of his limited edition shoes. They were putting them up for sale. And I said, did they sell used shoe? There was a pair of shoe he bought for £5,000. The shoe was sold for £71,000.
Bro, didn't I show you my collection? Bro, you saw my collection.
I can still find the list. I took a screenshot of the list. I'm like, what?
Bro, I sent to my selection to your collections, didn't I?
Yes,
footwear.
Bro, you see,
we educated. They don't so brainwash.
Nigerians cannot understand how trainers go get that expensive. They cannot get it.
Bro.
So you see, let me tell you something, As I day like this, if I'm broke today in this London, I will walk into a pawn shop and give them this my Cartier with diamonds.
And they will give you better bread.
They will give me its exact value. If I want to borrow money with it, I can borrow £10,000, £10,000 now. They will give me the money. I will go and Can you sell your house in Nigeria today, and use it to borrow money in the UK?
See, buy yourself. See, that is free.
Brother,
Tomorrow,
car,
I'll
they
do
sell
a
faster than
video.
house for Nigeria now.
That is free. I'll do a video and send to you tomorrow, the show I am in right now. And I will show you how much stones that this small they go
Jigga,
for.
we are
And
going
the
to do
people that
business.
buy,
It's business time.
and the people that
No
buy.
tell them, no tell them. Shh, make them not go, make them no, make them not clock this thing, because once they clock them,
Bro, we dey sleep for Africa. For Nigeria, we don't.
bro. Listen, you know what woke me up to this? Jigga, do you know what woke me up to this? Do you know what woke me up to this? Niger Republic. Niger is exporting uranium to France at less than $1 a kilogram, while the global market of uranium is 200 euro per kilogram.
Bro,
We are sleeping in Africa. We are richer than all these European countries. We don't just know.
do you know how much? Do you know how much our minerals are sold for? Africa, Congo, and Nigeria, South Africa, Zimbabwe minerals are sold for in the international market. You have no idea, bro. You see, the only thing we know about now diamond and gold. You understand? The only diamond and gold we get now we know about. Nigeria have more than 2,000 minerals. Yes.
Somebody said, when is this class coming up? This one, I'm going to charge you for it. I'm going to charge $100 per attendee. We are taking you into a new market. You see, bro, as I sit down like this, wear Versace here. Where Daddy Freeze is going, Daddy Freeze does not want to wear Versace. I want to wear your logo. As I sit down like this, logo go full on my whole cloth. All of them paid for. Instead of New York Yankees, because I'm not in Nigeria. Buy direct. One of my sponsors is buy direct from USA.com.
Some of us,
Because if we give you this wealth for free, you will not appreciate it. We will charge you and teach you. Any day you are ready, send me message for my DM. We are just looking for 1,000 people that are willing to pay $100 per class. Jigga, are you in? Let's do this.
I'm in. I will see. Let me
teach you.
bust your head. Even sculptures, bro. African sculptures. You know what? I need to talk about roadside sculpture. I'm talking about real artisans made sculpture by talented artists with good quality details.
Giga, now we don't know the value of what we've got. If you go to the museum where they London right now,
somebody say, poor man go say na bragging that they brag for this life. Brother, you see,
Nobody brag.
Okay, we dey brag.
Jigga, Mago, I want you to tell you a saying that I taught the church. The scope of your understanding is directly proportional to the limits of your exposure. The scope of your understanding is directly proportional to the limits of your exposure. If your exposure is like this, your understanding is like this. If your exposure is like this, your understanding is like this. Many of the things when me and you simply they teach today, me and Jigga don't question them since.
Yes, back.
Have you forgotten 6 years ago when me and you they discussed the reverse exodus? 6 years ago.
Arguments don't make us money, so I don't have time for things
straight
like that.
up. So guys, simply Vic, thank you so much, brother. I love the fact that I have a brother that thinks like me. God bless you, bro. Jigga, we are making money this year.
Bro, we are.
Someone say make it $50, $100. If you really want to learn, I will hold the session with Jigga. We will sit down and we will teach you what is in this Nigeria and possible ways you can enter. Jigga, once I get back to Nigeria, me and you go sit down, go do meeting on what we are going to teach them.
Remember when I came to your house?
Yes,
said, you know, why you go for aviation? You said, why you leave aviation? I said that you freeze, bro. There is nothing like you work for yourself. There's nothing like if you work for somebody, you'll be building that person.
Yes, now.
But if you work for yourself, you're building yourself.
Bro, what's the date? Today is Friday, Abby. What's the time? I'm already in my PJs. Me, watch me, I don't want to kill myself.
Baba, at the work they chop, at the holiday they work. Everything I do, and guess what? My work is laid back. I go cost person still collect money. I go still collect salary at the end of the month. I go shake me for person my master collect salary. So you need to understand that we are in a realm.
You need to understand the way the world works. See this Oyibo people when all these people, they not be saying they took guests and pastors. You understand? Now, say we dey focus on the wrong things. You feel me? We dey focus
Guys,
on the
make I
wrong
go deal with
things.
family. Jigga. Guys, if you are interested, send me a DM. $100 per person. We're going to sit down and take you through how to make money with minerals legally
This is
in
even the
Nigeria.
best time before the dawn of the new year. You know?
Before the dawn of the new year, some of you need to understand where the gold is in Nigeria. Property in Nigeria is a dead market. Anybody where they carry money from abroad come build inside Nigeria, they come bury your money inside soak away new. They go
People they lose money now. People they lose money from property.
steady. I make more money from my watches than from my house. I lost money on my house. But people can't get it because your brain is... Listen, open your mind. Listen to me. It starts with little things like Noah's Ark. There was no flood that covered the whole earth. Open your mind. Until you're able to open your mind, there are so many things you cannot figure out. No olden day people built a tower that got to heaven, Tower of Babel. People that did not have toilets inside their house built tower that got to heaven, and today nobody. Elon Musk has sent rockets into the space and has not gone to heaven. Until you are ready to open your mind from that, you will keep missing the point. And I pray for you. I pray with you that in this year, in this coming year, you will not miss the point again. Yes, my love. Yes. I'm ordering for it now. Guys, let me go. Take care. God bless. I'll see y'all later.
Please, later.
If you are interested, send me a DM now. I'm going to take down names. If you are interested, simply be God bless you. If you are interested, we will hold a class and then teach you. Of course, anything you invest in, like Daddy Freeze always puts his disclaimer. Any investment you make, you do it at your own risk.
But let me
Always
tell you
keep
that
that back in your mind.
before you leave, quick one, before you leave. When you buy art, it's not like you're buying to sell tomorrow. Do you understand? People have to understand that fact. Is that you're buying, you keep it in your house, you hold it for a while. In the future, you sell and you make your money. You understand? You guys go and listen to that Jay-Z song. That is the song where he talked about buying one art for 1 million. 2 years later, the art is 2 million. Baba, that is now blueprint to give an idea. Instead of better blueprint. Better blueprint.
Baba, don't worry, we'll have this as a session. Take care. God bless you. I hope you learned something. VDM, we are not fighting you. We just need you to understand that you need to be factual. And I'm not the one suing you. Other people would if you make claims that are false about them. God bless. Jigga, Simply Vic, salute.
Your granddaughter is a big girl, doing big things.
You know she's the one that styled me. All the clothes I'm wearing, you're going to see my outfit. Styled by Autonomy.
I tell you, she's a big girl.
I'm telling you, celebrity stylist, to make you feel.